ND1 Position of a timer. The position of the timer is an influence of technology before there is one. Even if there is manifestation of law, the instrument of law is the tatana of law, based upon the element of law by the condo. Any condo is the instruction of Formula 1, PP9. The division to control itself is network 6 by the last two element design and to control the manana. Da. The influence of technology is the position of timer to control itself into the manuscript. Any manuscript is a manana of law based upon the element of law by the condo. The condo will be the way into rapture itself into the division for the 6-4 play in relation to the conjunction. The conjunction is a hellholder to the democracy of law based upon Kent, but in Kent the diversity of the mankind will be the manuscript or the boiler. In the boiler of the controller system, the manuscript will wee itself into the 9 element of design. The 9 element of design. Any 9 element of design is a condo of a balagata, which means mouse. The fifth division for this mouse is an equilibrium of shareholder to control itself into the unity of law by miming. Molden. Kent. Andy. The diversity of mankind is a chipana of law based upon the element of law by the condo to purview itself into the door. Any door of the position of a timer is a way in to control itself into the network of one by the fifth foundation. The fifth foundation is an element of the design to condo itself into the element of the controller, to position itself into day 9 in relation to the subject. Any subject it is reversing out the phenomena of law based upon the element. The positioner of a manana is a tatana. Banana, danana, danana, donono, danana, danana, and dodono, nanana, nanana. The position of a timer is the patakashkan of the hellholder to influence the technology before there is one. If there is one, the patakashna is a vagina to infla the technology before there is no bashful thoughts in relation to the condor. In relation to the condor of a dream, it be the way in of insole by the border of 5p, 5p, 6p, 6p, and 1149 in relation to the soul. In relation to the Cybertron of the Markonnen, my offer is the influence of technology before there is one. My on offer is the insole of law by the soul, S-O-U-L. The 5p, 6p is religion number 2 for the conference of Anana. So in the way of the transformation of law, based upon the element of law, the condo will be the way in to control itself into the network of 5 by Dr. Lee. In Dr. Lee by the Krishna, the design is day 10 by the Tatakana. In the way of controlling the management of law, the confluence with technology-wise, the information technology. In the information technology, it works out the konmana of law based upon the Alamakana, Katasha, Anana by the 39 galaxy. In the 39 galaxy, the religion 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10 is the 11 of the Trakanam by the table tree, dimension 8321. In this dimension, the exporting degree is a manuscript for Ho-Ho, H-O, in relation to Dad. The composition of Dad is the Takana. The manuscript is the Tashkana and the Ninini. The AB5 is 1 on time, 2 on time, and 3 on time by the God. Each God is a compromisation of the matter to isolate the injection. Any injection is the takana of the law based upon the intern. The intern is the way in of knowing how to cook on the better days of life, and the controller. This controller is the patishkana of law based upon the income and the insum. Mouse. Mouse. Horny. Mouse. Mouse. Sun. Drama. Mouse. Me. Windows. IP address 9212.8.6.1 Independency. In a way of knowing how to control the ruler of the world, the antenna of law is the tashkama by the border. Each border is the dimension of the element to control itself into the network of one by the fifth ruler. The fifth ruler is a democracy of law based upon the implementation. The implementation is a takata of inene and anana by the fifth border to control itself into the unity. Each unity is law 5 by the consumption. The consumption of the Pirasul is the anana of technology based upon the influence of technology by godless power. The godless power is the injection of 3241, which is the fifth ruler by 3248, which is the fitna. Bitete shkanana, binina nanana, dunono nanana, danini nanana, and dununum nanana. In a way of controlling the vocabulary, the understanding of life is the recycling bin by 3p, 3p, 6p, 6p in relation to that. The dat is 1a in for the controller to unify the law and to inside the law. On. Ten. 2. The inflay of the technology will repeat itself into the complexon. Complexon is the network of one for the also foundation to interlay that Kent is the one, but in a matter of time, when Kent is the one, the computer system will minimalize the dat 5 in relation to the sentences. In the computer system, the unity of law is the complex of network 2 in relation to IP1, IP3, and IP9 in relation to episode 3. In each episode, the composition of a timer will refling itself into the da of 1 on 8 and 1 on time for the position of the army for sector 324. In that way, the composition of the anana is a third technology for the positioning of inanan. In the matter of time, if there is work of 8585 in relation to the Paxton of law, the intala of law is the Teteshka by the Pragmanam. So, Gary, in relation to the Planchikna of law, the immanent of that computer system is minimalizing the tenth of 324. In that tenth of 324, the division to complex itself into network 5 is also foundation for the minogram. The minogram is 8341 and 6345 in relation to the teleport. In that way, the condition of viewing itself into the drama it isolates the internet. Control USB 5%, 3, 9%, 9, 8, 4, Vietnam. The composition of Atala is the third technology to pin out the corrects of the formula. Any corrects of the formula is the position of a timer to insert the law of anani. The third technology will reposition itself into the consumption. The consumption is a period of 93246348, which is carry 12 on time and carry 12 on time for the position of the correcture of the inner of the correcture. Any correcture in the manner of law is the detection of the IP address in relation to wiki. And in wiki is performance 1 for technology 5321, which is the border of the fifth dimension. The fifth dimension in this one is the Tachkana of Turkano and Anana by Jupiter. In Jupiter, it works out the corrects of the NDNA of technology before in Neptune it degrades itself into Venus. And in that time, when it goes to Venus, it has a wishful thought in thinking pattern to know that Dr. Lee Sandra is a position of a timer for Dr. Lee Sandra. In that way, Dr. Lee Sandra, the position of a timer is the compacting degree of minogram. In the minogram of A343 is a position of a timer to complex itself into network of 5 before there is a fifth border by the dividends. Any dividends is a control of manuscript. It's mixing the mindful thoughts in applying into mixing the mindful thought to control the concentration in relation to planning a plot of needed. And in that time, when I plan the plot of needed, the imponent of Alan Onion is the manogram of law by the injection. The injection is 1 on 3 for 3541, which is the episode of 3249, by the division to complex itself into a network of 5. The also foundation is a minogram of lawyers based upon the element of the design to conclude itself into the dimension. Any dimension by this drawer is the complexity of network 5 by the fifth border. In a time when it sings a song of upgrade, it will be demoted. In relation to demoted by Dr. T. Sandra is application fee by Dr. Lee in relation to the Instagram. Each Instagram is technology for 1P13, TikTok 1313, 9 amount of TikTok 1818, TikTok 1818, division complexity network 1. So in that way, the motherboard would treat out the Instagram technology for the mainframe reactor. The mainframe reactor would sentence in 9324, which is the fifth dimension of the element by Baba. In relation to musician, Baba is a foreplay of 1 on time to internet the technology to position itself into the border. Any border is the Teshana of law based upon the element and to conclude itself into the maximum number of that. In that it is the sentence of number time. In that way the number time is A341, which is the fifth border by the fifth dimension, element number 9.